Welcome back, y'all. This is the first quarter of our offense, and on this play, we are going to have 12 personnel. So there's a tight end here, there's a tight end there. I believe that this one is going to be Miles Kittelman, and then that one is going to be Ethan Davis. But we are going to block down here. We're going to pull around there. He's going to kind of slide over, and then boom, come up through here as well. So that is that. That's that gap scheme that I was talking about right here. Andre Carrick is going to get up to the second level, try to seal things off, and Dylan Sampson is just going to run right behind it. We'll go ahead and let this thing roll so that y'all can see what's going on. So boom, you can see what's going on. Boom. I think that's a pretty decent job right there by John Campbell. Whenever he pulled around, he just has to keep his head up on this guy that's coming up the field. Keep your head up right here so that you can at least hold on to him. A lot of times these guys want to try to, get a kill shot, but just get a good solid block on him. That's going to be even more important. And Dylan Sampson has to run behind his blockers, but I would have loved to have seen Ethan Davis get outside right here because if he does, look at all the room to run that Dylan Sampson has. So we got rid of all of that. Let's start the whole play over because I want to focus right here on Andre Carrick playing the guard, getting up to the second level. We're going to see that he does about what John Campbell did, where he just kind of ducks his head before contact. Boom. So you can see he's in a good position just to be able to kind of seal this linebacker off on the backside of this play, but he ducks his head, kind of lunges and misses. So really that play should have gotten even more yards. As good as we did, we had plenty of meat left on the bone in this game, just as far as running goes. All right, now we have a second and whatever. I don't know exactly how far it is. Looks like about second and seven, second and six. Either way, this is looks like it's 12 personnel yet again, and this is going to be an RPO, so this kind of like fake the run right here. We're going to try to hit one of these wide receivers, kind of working down this seam. I don't know. We'll go ahead and let it roll so that y'all can see what's going on here. I think that's a good job by the refs kind of getting that ball spotted, but boom, very clean pocket. So who is this right here? I think this right here might be Coop kind of getting pushed back. We'll go all the way back to the beginning. Let's see. Is that Coop that's getting pushed back just a taste? No, that looks like that's actually that might be Lance Hurd, and I think that Lance Hurd did a really nice job on the first one. He just has to come down, but that was good just in kind of getting that done. But anyway, you see that our wide receivers falling down for some reason. This was not pass interference, so we'll go all the way back, just let the whole thing roll. Now that we know exactly what's coming, again, pretty good pass protection. We got plenty of people in there to block, but that was just a two-man wide receiver, or that's two people going out on routes, and what we had probably eight people in here to block. So we did a whole lot of this all game. And we'll see how things work out with it later on in the season. Now we have a third and seven. Right here, what we're gonna have is the look that I kind of talked about with their secondary, where everyone's playing even. I believe that ends up being cover three. We've got three receiving threats to the field. It's gonna be another one down here to the boundary that y'all can't see. And on this play, we'll go ahead and let it roll. All right, so boom, you can see that NC State only brings three on this. So D Samp was just in here to protect just in case he's needed. What I love about this is he realizes, okay, only three coming. So he sneaks on out of the backfield just to be an extra option and not to go too far in depth or to, get too far ahead. But this is something that I would love for us to implement whenever we've got, seven or eight people in there blocking. Someone needs to sneak out if they see that everything is going to get picked up. So anyway, on this play, we've got five people in blocking three, and John Campbell's going to start to kind of lose this guy to the outside. Cooper Mays, and okay, so it looks like Spraggs probably could have helped with Coop, but we got to get that figured out. Either way, Cooper Mays starts to kind of lose this guy as well. So Nico maybe could have passed it right here to Decemp, but he just decides to run, and that's perfectly fine because look at that. I mean, he's got great speed right here. Is that number zero? Used to play safety, now he's playing linebacker. Number seven right here is a safety. They both had the angle on Nico, but he's so fast people don't understand this how good of a playmaker Nico's going to be. So that's a great job, in my opinion, of him just getting down the field and getting us an easy first down. And we will see it again from a different angle. So right here, we can see it a lot better. We'll go ahead and let it roll. All right, boom. So you can see that there are one, two, three people playing deep. So that is a cover three. They played a little bit different. And they're forcing Nico to take what's there at this point in the game. Looks like a wide receiver or a tight end, whatever might come open right here. Over here, looks like we're getting held big time. No one's going to call that. But you see the descent, maybe you could have dumped it off to him and maybe he could have got that first down. But I don't blame Nico. Man, look, just be sure about it because we have got to get this first down for sure. It's the first drive of for us on offense. So I love his playmaking on that play. First and 10 for Tennessee on this one. And this is where the play started at. We all know that those graphics sometimes catch our plays late because whenever we're going tempo, it's really fast. Either way, right here, we're going to have D Samp. He's going to be running. And I want for y'all to pay attention to this man right here. I believe that is Zalance Hurd. Watch the way that he flattens this guy on this block. Boom. unbelievable. But then you also see we've got two guys working down the field. That's going to be Spraggs, and it's also Cooper Mays. We got another guy down here. I mean, look at this. This is dominance, and I mean, even down the field. You know what I'm saying? So this is really nice just from a blocking perspective, but also by Dylan Sampson just to kind of follow his blocks. Beautiful job using his vision and just falling forward and all that good stuff. Great balance. You see, we're still trying to push him forward. So I love that on first down. First and 10 again, and we are back to that kind of, bunched up set. This was a little bit different though, because this is 11 personnel instead of 12. Either way, we're going to have Miles Kitselman come on over to this side of the formation and block. We're ultimately going to end up having seven people stay in to protect for Nico, and we will see a little bit of pressure kind of creep over on the side of Lance Hurd. We'll go ahead and let this thing roll. Boom. So we got our wide receivers going out this time. It is going to be three going out. So, this is a good job by this end or whatever, kind of getting past Lance Hurd on this one, and Nico feels the pressure coming behind him. Very good pocket presence, and he just steps up. And again, he's going to run and fall forward. That is a good job falling forward. Of course, they are excited about it, but they have no idea that they're about to get blown out. So that's not bad. I mean, obviously Lance Hurd could have done a much better job just of protecting Nico's blind side here. He just has to work on moving his feet, not getting, kind of like falling over his feet, which is what happens here. And that's a good job of at least kind of falling on this guy at the end of the day. So you do like that effort. But again, y'all, there's things that we can definitely get cleaned up. And I think that we need to get cleaned up moving forward. But I mean, you have to love the way that Nico is making plays out here. Second and 7 on this play, and NC State's going to keep on playing that three deep coverage that they've pretty much been playing for most of the game. What we'll see here is a little bit of a stunt. So this end is going to crash down so that Lance Hurd has to crash down with them. Then they're going to loop a guy on around, and then D Sam's going to be able to pick him up. So we'll go ahead and let this thing roll so that y'all can see it as it unfolds. So boom, you see this guy crashing down. This guy's coming on over. D Sam was actually on the right side of Nico, but he's going to step over. And this is a big man. Actually, this is their biggest defensive tackle that D Samp comes in and picks up. Obviously, he does have Lance Hurd right behind him, but all the questions that we had about pass protection from D Samp, he's answering it for me right here. That is a really nice job. So Nico does feel that pressure, and he's going to come on out this way. There's really nothing wrong with that. And, he's doing the right thing. You can't just stand there. And, he's kind of trying to slow play this all the way up to the line of scrimmage and try to find somebody open, but no one comes open. So he just makes a play with his legs, lowers his shoulder. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what dogs do, right? Even at quarterback, I'm gonna lower my shoulder. You ain't gonna get an easy shot on me. Kind of get slung down at the end. But look at this right here. This is when we got this, we had those penalties, but you love to see this from your guys, right? Like we're gonna escort you all the way out of bounds to your own sideline. So that right there was that was definitely cool to see from our offensive lineman. And again, man, it's just Nico just making a little something out of nothing. This little stuff adds up over the course of a football game and over the course of the season. I can promise you that. Watch it again. Boom. Good job getting us, 2 or 3 yards on that. Third and 3 on this play. Y'all can see that we're back in 12 personnel with these tight ends bunched up inside of the box. And on this play, NC State is going to bring I want to say all these guys. Okay. So all those guys are coming, and we are going to have a lot of people in here to protect. I believe it's going to be 8 right here. So we don't have two people going out on routes. And what NC State does on this is on defense, the corners playing is basically cover 3, right? So it's a cover 3 with a crazy blitz. And then we're going to have, I think this guy and then maybe this guy are just kind of going to come up to the line of scrimmage and be looking out for probably either of these tight ends or Dylan Sampson to come out of the backfield. So that's an interesting look. One of my first times seeing something like this. So boom, you can kind of see how everything looks. They actually brought that safety from deep. So one of the linebackers just kind of flows out here. They might actually be spying too. That could be what it is. It's like some sort of a bracket spy. It's kind of weird. But anyway, we've got 8 people in here blocking. Nico's got a pretty good pocket right here. He's waiting on Brew McCoy to get open. Now, what happens here? This guy, he's kind of beating Spraggs to the outside. Okay, so let me get rid of this. We're gonna go all the way back to the beginning. So just kind of like watch this guy. He's going to be able to beat Spraggs to the outside. And we will also see Holden Stays work over here. He starts to help with Spraggs' guy, but he has to come back to the middle because that's the most important thing. You got to protect the middle of your offensive line first. We'll watch it go. So boom, you see that? Just kind of chips him, comes off. And now Nico, I mean, just a touch more air on that pass. And this is probably going to be 6. So these are the things that we're learning, as we are going, and we're going to get a lot better at it. I can promise you that throughout the season. So that's not terrible on a, really tough 3rd and 3 pass. First and 10 on this play. And NC State is still just kind of sitting back. They're only going to bring 3 on this one. They're just trying to force Nico into some mistakes or whatever. But we'll go ahead and let this thing roll. Looks like it's probably cover three, but it's a different look of cover three. Now you do see Lance Hurd getting pushed back just a taste. But overall, this pocket is not horrible. We do need to kind of clean up some things. You would actually love to see maybe if D Sam could get in on this block some type of a way without going low. That would be great just to kind of, clear things up for us. But, whatever the pass protection is, that's what it is. Either way, this is looks like it's a comeback route to the outside. You see that there was a guy on the inside of this that was, supposed to be playing there. That's a really good pass, and that's a good job just of making the catch and falling forward by Chris Brazel. They're going to throw on this one, and NC State's going to be showing basically a cover three look. I think that maybe they're trying to disguise it as his man, but it looks pretty obvious that this is cover three, just kind of based off of how far inside he is of this guy. Either way, what this is going to be is an RPO. So Nico's going to be looking over here. He's basically reading this man right here. So in a cover three, his responsibility is pretty much the area that he's in, down to the flats. And Chris Brazel is going to run a comeback right here. And this is the guy that would be responsible for getting up under this and maybe picking it off. So Nico watches him. He actually comes in on a blitz. So as this RPO goes, you'll see, boom, Nico sees him come up and he immediately pulls the football out. He's going to throw it to Chris Brazel. This is a much tighter window than it looks like. So boom, zip it on in there. Really nice job on second down and getting that first down. And then you love that fight. You love that dog from the teammates, from Chris Brazel, just dragging bodies forward and getting every single inch. First and 10 on this play. I love this play. So basically, we're going to have the tight end right here just kind of come out with Dylan Sampson, and they're going to make it look like it's some sort of a, quick bubble screen or whatever to descent. But actually, we're going to come out here and then we're going to come back inside. And it's actually a really nice little tunnel screen. So watch the offensive line's patience, just kind of holding it up. And then boom, they come on up here to set things up for Ethan Davis. We'll go ahead and let it roll. I love this play. We ran it a few times. This right, I mean, look at that. We got 3-on-1, boom, falling forward, making him pay for trying to tackle us. So we will go all the way back to the beginning and see it again. Really, really nice work on this play. I love the, little subtlety, little subtle things that we are mixing up inside of our playbook. I think that we are going to be a nightmare for every defense that we face this season. First and 10 on this one, and NC State's pretty much still sitting back, only going to bring three on this. What we're going to do is just kind of show the simulation of us pulling on around here, fake the handoff to D Samp, try to get that defense to flow over this way. And then we're going to have some offensive linemen kind of come on out here. This is supposed to be a quick little screen right here. And what we're going to notice is Squirrel White misses his block on this guy. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do, but this is just not a good job by Squirrel. Well, maybe he was supposed to get up the field because you do see Dane Davis kind of coming on over here, but they both missed this same person. That's pretty much inexcusable. And even if they did get him, I mean, it would have been tough for whoever this is right here making this catch to make this guy miss just because he's already kind of closing in. So either way, that play was just kind of blown up. We got to execute that one a lot better. Second and 10 on this one, and we're pretty much going to run the exact same play that we kind of faked on the previous one where we're, pulling guys around on over here. So and we're going to hand it off to D Sam. So what we're going to notice on this is that Lance Hurd is supposed to be pulling all the way around with the kick out block to kick out. One of these guys is going to be coming on down into the box to try to stop this run. So we'll see these guys are going to try to crash things down. He's supposed to come on over here. Let me draw that a little bit better because that's not how it's going to look. He's going to try to come on around and just boom, get a kick out, not necessarily on this guy, but the first face that shows, which would have been one of these guys. But what happens is there's going to be some pressure up the middle. And Lance Hurd's going to have to see boom right here. You can see that there's a guy that's kind of coming through. So Lance Hurd has to get him right now. You've got to get him first, which is what he's going to do. And that's why it's going to be a few people that are coming in unblocked because he can't get to his spot. So we got to do a better job just of, getting things cleaned up. And then obviously right here, I think that's Holden Stage. Does a good job on his kick out. But since we couldn't get one of these other guys, this play can't really break. And then two, D Samp, he tries to, make a little bit too much happen. But you love the fact that he still kind of falls forward at the end of that rep. But, that one just did not look good. We'll go all the way back so that y'all can see it in full speed, just kind of see NC State blew that one up. But that's really just bad execution on our part, especially on the interior of our offensive line. All right, so third and 14. I'm gonna let this one start all the way from the very beginning because there's a few things that I want for y'all to notice. Number one, pay attention to the play clock. We've already got our play in, 26 seconds left on it, which means what? It means that the coaches can continue to talk to Nico for about another 10 or so seconds. So that's critical. I love that with our offense. Now, boom. Okay. We do a little, hard count, and we're seeing where the pressure is coming from. All right. So boom, we're gonna go ahead and let this thing keep on rolling. And of course, the commentators are showing the exact same thing. But now Nico is switching this play up. We're getting it right. You see that we're kind of shortening up our splits right here. That could mean a million different things to the defense. They're confused. They don't know what the heck's going on at this point. The communication is cut off for both teams now. Boom. Okay, we're dropping back to pass, and it looks like NC State is only bringing this three right here, and everyone else is just pretty much dropping back. It's probably going to be another cover three. They keep on running that, but we set up this little shuttle pass, and boom. I mean, it is there. Really nice job getting downfield, blocking. Great work by D Sam of just being a dog. Following his blocks and just fighting through everything, getting every inch and giving us the first down. I love to see stuff like that. This is just another wrinkle that obviously Coach Heupel and Coach Halsley love. They kept running this play, and I mean, I'm sure that they're setting something else up off of it. Like that's why they keep on putting it out there on film. But besides that, it's been working for the most part. So excited to see that from our offense. First and 10 inside of the red zone. On this play, Nico actually changes it. What we're going to see is Andre Carrick is going to pull on around. And this, I believe, this play was really probably designed to go to this side. But we'll go ahead and let it roll so that y'all can see what I'm talking about. So, boom. All right. So the play, yeah. And then you even see that the tight end right here, I think that might be holding stays, starts off over here, but then he's going to come back. So the play was probably designed to go like come in here and then boom, bounce it all the way out to the outside. We've got a guy here. We've got a guy there. Everything really should have been picked up. But I think what D Samp sees is all of this space right here. That's hard to lay off of that. So he's going to try to cut that back. And it's too late at that point. Let's go all the way back because I think that this actually might have been open. Yeah. So if he follows it where it's supposed to go, he would have been open. Now, something else that he is going to see is maybe it's this linebacker that's going to kind of work over late. And looks like he just kind of flashes. So maybe D Sam said, no, I'm not going to go that way. But he was actually picked up. So that's just, it's just like a little learning thing for D Sam. Just trust your blockers, man. This season, you can actually run behind these guys for the most part. And obviously, you're not mad at him because he still gets you 3 or 4 yards. So, I think that that's a decent job on first down. All right, now we have a second down, and we're going to snap the ball quick. You'll notice that NC State's defense is a little bit, they're out of sorts right here, but I want for y'all to watch this. This is going to be so beautiful. Lance Hurd is going to get a kill shot somewhere over here, okay? It might be on this guy. Not quite sure who it's on. And then we've got Miles Kitselman. This is 12 personnel, by the way. Going to get another kill shot. We're going to have some guys pulling around. It's going to be several kill shots. And D. Samp is going to run right behind all of that, and it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. We will let this thing roll, especially to end this quarter. Boom, look at that. Boom, boom. A hat on a hat. Gap scheme running. We knew that this was going to work, especially with the 12 personnel. And this one works beautifully. I could watch this one all day long. Actually, Kitselman takes out two on this. Let's watch him go to work. So, boom, right here. This is Kitselman. Just because he does this is Kitselman. Y'all already know that, but just because he does such a good job of, look at that. I mean, he snapped this guy's head back, but he's going to take out two guys right here with that. He's going to slow the second one down just enough. Look at this. Boom, guys falling back. Boom, guys falling back. Crash this whole line. So I love this play, and we will see it again from a different angle. Boom, and y'all can see this one again. Doesn't this look exactly like the play that we had kind of highlighted with NC State versus Western Carolina? Set up the exact same way, and it is the exact same result. There is a huge running lane for Dylan Sampson. And of course, he has to make one man miss, just kind of, hurdle over him, but that's easy work. Man, football can really be that simple. Okay. If you put something out there on film and other teams see it, believe me when I tell you, they're going to try to wear that thing out until you prove that you can stop it. So, as complicated as maybe sometimes this stuff sounds coming from me, it is at the end of the day a very, very simple game. But I just love the way that we block this. I could watch that one a million times. So, that is going to be it, y'all, for the first quarter of our offense. I hope that y'all did enjoy it. We're going to have the second quarters coming out here pretty soon. But listen, we appreciate y'all so much as members of this channel. We'll see y'all in just a minute. Peace.